because the kids is not being able to grow up and become adults. With all the shooting and stuff going on around here, you know, like I got 3 little ones as myself, you know, like, and it's just dangerous, you know, you be scared to just take them anywhere now.
Parents scared for their kids tonight in this neighborhood after a tragedy is narrowly avoided, but parents are still so scared. Nonetheless, a little boy was caught in the crossfire of a drive-by shooting in East Fort Myers. Police say the 6-year-old was shot in the leg last night after 2 people pulled into an apartment complex on Nelson Tillis Boulevard and fired several rounds before they took off. Thankfully, that child is recovering tonight, and it just so happens that both the little boy and his mom were actually in a car that was targeted back in September during a night of unprecedented gun violence in Fort Myers. 7 people were hurt that night in 4 separate shootings in the city. And all of this bringing back painful memories of another little boy, 5-year-old Andrew Faust, who was shot and killed in October of 2014 in a drive-by shooting that happened on Cuba Street. That's just about a mile away from where last night's shooting happened. The 2 initial suspects in that case were both eventually let off the hook of any charges. And all of this violence is continuing to raise grave concern about the safety of the Dunbar community, especially when it comes to innocent children. Many people are saying enough is enough tonight. They want to know what it's going to take to finally end this violence. 4 in Your Corner's Warren Wright, live taking those concerns right to the police chief tonight. Warren?
The 5-year-old boy took a gunshot wound to the leg, and the chief of police tells me he's going to be okay, at least physically. But emotionally, as far as the boy and the neighborhood that he's from is concerned, well, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, I heard the gunshots. I was sitting on my porch back there in the homes, and yeah, I heard the gunshots.
What did it sound like?
Sound like the 4th of July. That's what it sounded like. It would sound like it was 4th of July. You heard shots, then you heard more shots.
Residents of the landings at East Point apartment complex are still recovering from yet another round of shootings in their neighborhood. A Fort Myers police report indicates a gold Camry pulled up to a car along this road Monday night. Passengers got out of their car and riddled the other vehicle with bullets. Police arrived soon after and made a horrible discovery.
And they found a 5-year-old suffering from a gunshot wound, and he was shot in the leg area. They gave first aid to the child, put a tourniquet on it, help, stop the bleeding.
Frustrated and terrified, residents explained this is a neighborhood filled with kids. Is your biggest concern the children?
Yes, my biggest concern is the children. Is the children, because the children got to be able to grow up. And with the shooting, a little 5-year-old boy got shot last night. 5-year-old. It's just ridiculous and it's sad.
Even more disturbing, police say this child was caught in the crossfire of another shootout just last September that put several people in the hospital. FMPD says this fact may play a crucial role in their investigation.
What does that kind of connection mean to you?
That someone has a beef with someone, and they're just going to continue shooting at each other until they kill each other.
Residents are horrified.
It's just getting ridiculous, man. I can't explain it.
Meanwhile, the chief says they're following every lead to track down those responsible.
It's relatively isolated to individuals and a geographic area. It's not all over the entire city. It's not everywhere. It's not everyone. It is groups of individuals that have beefs with each other.
At this stage of the investigation, the chief of police tells me he's requesting that the Department of Children and Family Services intervene. He says the protection of that child and his 3 siblings is a top priority. Reporting live in downtown Fort Myers, Warren Wright, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, thank you, Warren. We want you to join this community conversation. How can we come up with a solution as a community? What needs to be done to finally end this violence? You heard the police chief saying it's happening between groups of people who have beefs with one another. How do you end that? 239-206-FOX4 or email us at news@fox4now.